welcome back to my channel, She Play and She Budgets. In today's video, we'll be going over my week 3 check-in, so let's get started. Alright, so I have my December calendar opened up right here. We are checking in from December 17th through the 23rd. I like to check in from Sunday through Saturday. And I don't have much expenses to check in right now for this week, so I do have everything already written out. So this will be a short week, but I do want to just mention that I do have my key legend on the side here for all of my cash envelopes, which are the first 6 categories: gasoline, groceries, household spending, eating out, and entertainment. Then I have my sinking funds as well as unbudgeted. All right, so we can just go ahead and dive right into this because this will be a quick week. So for my first expense, I'm going to mark from the 17th, which was a trip to H-E-B, for $31.35. This was out of my household category. I just did some regular grocery shopping, and I like to pick out my groceries and household items at the same time. So again, that was for $31.35. And then from groceries, I spent $141.91. And I have that marked here in green. So again, that was from H-E-B, $141.91. All right. And then on the 18th, out of the car maintenance sinking fund, I needed to put some air in my tires, so that cost $2.10. So just filled up the tires with some air. And then my very last expense for the week was just filling up on gas for $40.60, and that was on Friday the 22nd. And that literally was the end of my week. I was surprised at how much or how little I spent, but you know, that's always a good thing. We love no spend days over here. So we can go ahead and mark those down right now. So I had a no spend day on the 19th, the 20th, the 21st, and the 23rd. So I need 4 stickers. All right, again, that was the 19th, the 20th, the 21st, and the 23rd. So 4 no spend days in a week, which is beautiful. All right, so I just have these 4 expenses to check in. So let's go ahead and flip to the next page, which is where I keep track of my this is where I keep track of my cash envelopes on the expense log. So I just had the 3 cash envelopes: groceries, household, and gasoline. So I have those 3 transactions written down. And then right here is where I keep track of if I use my credit or debit card. And typically I use my credit card so that I can gain the credit card rewards and cash out. So I will need to do a transfer for these 3 items. All right, and then on the next page, as far as bills are concerned, I do have one bill that was paid on the 17th for iTunes, but I like to transfer all of my subscriptions in the beginning of the month. So like for this line right here, for subscriptions for $48, I typically will include that in week's 1 bills on my weekly balance. So that $19 is factored in this $2,480.21. And that's why I have it checked off red already, because I transfer the subscriptions from this account to another account, and that's where the subscriptions come out of. All right, so back to this page. So no bills to mark for right now. Electric is due in week 4, so we'll check that in week's 4 video. But I did have a payday on the 20th. So for the 21st, we did 3 things. We transferred $108 from account 2, or into account 2, I should say, for my 1 month ahead 1 month ahead status. So now I have the $5,033 saved up for January. That way I won't have to do this next month. Because as you know, our 1 month ahead status was the $49.25. And then I pulled in the $108 in the beginning of December because I realized I have some irregular bills coming out in the first half of next year that I needed to start saving for in my annual subscriptions sinking fund. So that's why I had to pull this $108 from one of our paychecks. And at first I wasn't going to save the additional $108, but I decided to. So I just wanted to make mention of that. So going forward, my 1 month ahead status will be the $50.33. And then next, for my high yield savings account, I did transfer the $609.21 to the emergency fund. And that gave me a total of $1409.21 saved for the month of December. And that also allowed me to complete my starter emergency fund goal of $1,500 because there was $80 and change, or excuse me, $90 and change in there already from November. So that goal is now complete, along with the 1 month ahead for this month, or for next month rather. And then lastly, I transferred $644.40 into the car savings because we are focusing on saving up for a new car in 2024. And we're going to be fully focused on that in January, but we were able to start it this month in December. So that's what happened with the payday. And then next, for sinking funds, I already mentioned that the $2.10 was paid out of the car maintenance fund, and that was to pay air in my tires. So from that $2.10, that left my car maintenance category with $279.67. And this was paid with a credit card, so I will need to do a transfer for that amount as well to pay off my credit card. So now for the weekly check-in portion. So again, we're checking in from the 17th through the 23rd. So starting off with gasoline, we know that I did have one transaction for the $40.60. So I'm gonna go ahead and write that down, minus $40.60. Okay, and so last week we had 122 with 14 cents, so minus the 40 and 60, or the $40.60. That leaves me with $81.54 remaining for week 4. Okay, so let me check that off. And then next we have groceries and household. So for groceries, I spent a total of $141 with 91 cents. Last week I had $2.93 with 2 cents, so minus the $141.91 means I have a total remaining of $151 with 11 cents for week 4. For household, I spent $31.35, so minus $31.35. Last week I had $82.35, so minus $31.35. I have an even $51. And then we know for spending, eating out, and entertainment, which are peach, mint, and this light red color, I didn't use any of those stickers because I didn't have any of those expenses. So let me go ahead and check in groceries and household. Just check off car maintenance now. All right, so since we didn't use any spending, eating out, or entertainment, we know that those categories are all 0 for the spent section. So I'm just going to bring down last week numbers. So for personal spending, I still have $22.96. For eating out, I'm still in the negative by 78 cents. And then for entertainment, I still have $69.11. All right, so let me go ahead and do a total of what was spent. So $40.60 plus $141 $213.91 plus the $31.35 equals $213.86. So on the next page for my weekly balance, this keeps track of everything that's in my checking account number 1. It holds the bills, the cash envelopes, the sinking funds. So for week 3, we started off with $180.79 for bills. For bills, as we already discussed, I didn't have any bills that came out other than iTunes, but that was included in week 1. So for this, we will put a 0 or a dash. And so that means my ending balance for bills is still $180.79. And we're just waiting on my last bill, which is for electric, to come out in week 4. So for cash envelopes, we started off with $588.80. We spent a total of $213.86. So minus $213.86. So out of the $588.80, I still have $374.94 in my cash envelopes. And then lastly, for sinking funds, I started off with $910.06. For this week, we spent only the $2.10, so minus $210. So that is $910.06 minus $2.10 equals $907.96. Okay, so let me do my totals at the bottom. So total spent this month, or sorry, total spent this week was $213.86 plus the $210 equals $215.96. All right, so the total I should have remaining in my checkings account after my transfer is $180.79 plus the $374.94 plus the $907.96. So I should have 1,400, and I was about to write a 9, but that's a 6. So $1,463.69 remaining. And just to check that going across, so that is, we started the week off with $1,679.65 because that's what we ended week 2 with. So minus the total spent, $215.96, gives us the same number. So $14.63.69. And I will insert a confirmation to let you know that the account does balance once I make the transfer. So speaking of the transfer, I typically use my credit card for both cash envelopes and sinking funds. So just to verify, for cash envelopes, I did use the credit card for those 3 transactions. So I need all of the cash envelopes reimbursed. And then for sinking funds, this one transaction for car maintenance, I used my credit card as well. So that means this total of $215.96 is the actual total I need to transfer to my credit card from my checking account number 1 to pay this off, to avoid any interest, any fees, anything like that, and to still collect on the credit card rewards. All right, so again, once I make this transfer, I will go ahead and check those numbers off, and I'm pretty sure I'll just do it right after this video. So $215.96, and then that way I'll just check these off right now on camera. That way I don't have to come back and do it. Alrighty. So yeah, that is it. So I should have $1,463.69 in my account number 1 to make this balance, and that will be the starting number I have for week 4. And we'll come back in week 4 to do those numbers along with my week 4 check-in, as well as the budget results. And that will be it for the month of December. And I'm just like, the month has flown by. It's already the end of the year. It's time to celebrate a new year and make, you know, my new year resolutions and all. And then just kick off January. Wow. All right, so that is everything for this video. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And I will see you all next time. Bye.